previous level of equipment.
Yes. Should be more comfortable.
Excuse me?
Should be more comfortable.
Oh, no, the other thing was surprisingly good.
Was it?
It gave me more altitude, first of all.
Yeah.
It's less soft on the butt, but I don't use it for softness, I use it for altitude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Great, so we're the only two again?
Yep.
Okay, but this evening there should be more people, more?
Oh yeah.
Good, okay. There's also probably more fans in the morning, you know, I say hello in the morning, and no comment, nobody there.
Yeah.
In the evening, there's all kinds of stuff. So whom you got? Those Parago things are terrific with all these guys on the same team.
Yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. Mark Williams, oh God, these pairings are incredible.
Oh, right.
Who do I got? Wang Chen again, and Tong. Oh, very good.
How are you?
Should be a good match.
Huh?
Should be a good
And
match.
Hal, yeah.
It's a tough deal.
Tong is simply amazing.
Okay.
Yeah, the mic is live.
All right. I won't tell anybody your password is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, hey. Hey, Richard. The mic's on.
Oh, yeah, oh, sorry.
It's the same password I have on my luggage.
Is it? Mine is just 0000.
So I have no, it's too hard.
You missed the Spaceballs reference. What's the matter with you?
You know what I mean?
Sorry.
What does this say?
It says, please don't adjust the board.
Oh,
You know.
okay.
Hey, it's the players you have to remind not to.
I know, because the players want to sit down, do it as soon as they sit
Yeah.
down.
Oh,
Exactly.
I see. So you got a computer phone. Very
Yeah,
good.
I've got it.
Okay, terrific. Okay.
You know, there are players who do like the
Ah, good. Oh, look, I got a mouse pad.
Yes. And,
Terrific.
and no wires.
I know what?
No wires.
Oh, I see. Oh, it's a wireless. Very good.
So-
It works, huh?
It might be a little more sensitive than you used to.
Okay. I
So
don't see the cursor.
it should be there. It should be the same size and everything.
Ah, ooh, it is more sensitive. That's how it goes by so fast.
Yeah.
Can you darken the cursor at all?
No, that's the same.
It's all right.
Same as it ever was.
Wireless, very good.
Is that gonna work all right for you?
I want to sit
都
down.
这把了，还向你来一下。
I had trouble seeing it when I sit down with the right glasses.
我也不知道他是怎么弄。
Get my glasses.
那应该是这样。
One of these. One of those.
那我是还得再播吗？哦。
should go to your board, sit down. If your opponent's here, you can start your game. If not, we will start their clock in 3 minutes.
Great. It's hard for me to see the.
Just like a young,
Yeah.
because it just runs no L sum.
Yeah, that's right. Like this?
Pretty sure we'll go into the video, you'll get it. So, I think it's gonna be a way for you to get something else.
Well, you could, no, it's not the physical thing.
Because it's moving fast.
Yes, that's right. I'll be okay with it. So, as long as that I can see. Right? It's like a black dot. It's so harder to see when it's not on the board like this. Okay, good. Okay. Yeah. Take what it means.
I'll be back in a minute, but no need to wait for me.
All right. Hey, everyone. Thanks for joining us. Andrew Jackson, Hajin Lee.
Hello. Good morning. Is it working?
Yeah. Yes, this one is working. Thanks for joining us again. We've got Tim Song versus Mark Lee, the Iceman. They're having a rematch, actually. They played on Sunday in the IGS Pandanet City League. Oh, the Pandanet City League. Pandanet City League Finals. So I'm really curious if Tim is going to get revenge. for his earlier
So
win.
Mark won at the Pandanet.
Mark that one, won that one, and it was a
I
big
see.
prize. How much? It was $5,000, I think, for the team.
Whoa.
So that was a pretty big win for him.
Yes. So
Yeah.
we will see.
We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see. And you and I were going to start commentary, right? At
Yes.
about half an hour from now.
Yes.
All
At
right.
10 a.m.
Thank you so much for joining us. Okay. See you then.
See you.
Hey everyone. All right, it looks like we've had a pretty good game so far.
Yes,
So,
very interesting.
yeah. You want to get started?
Yes, let's catch up.
All right.
So black cake started with 2 for 3 points and white with 2 star points.
This is like your favorite from online, right?
Yes.
Although usually I guess you'd move one of these two.
Right. But as white, I usually like these 2 star points
Mhm.
because these opening is very stable. I found, and then with Komi, I am like comfortable with this stable position. But as black, you need to initiate something. So for that, often these 4 3 points are good.
Because you can make something big, or because you can.
Because there are more variations.
More choices. for
Yes,
you.
more
I see.
choices and the more options for josekis and such.
Got it. So, Jenny Shen was in here briefly, and she said
Yeah.
this is a very traditional, or I guess she said this is a little bit of an old
Yes,
Juseki.
right. Old.
So is this because this is a different size shimari, or is this just
It's more
Different
of the style.
more of the style?
Yes.
Okay. So this is all pretty normal.
Yes.
And then I believe black plays here.
Yes. And then white comes here. You can see that black and white are both preferring this side over this one. This is so low.
And so black decides not to jump out, so I assume then because the side is low, black doesn't want to come in.
Right. Black doesn't want here because for one thing this is too low, and another black will get gote after this joseki. And then the next good place would be this one.
And white has sente to get there.
Yes.
So this would not be good for black.
Right. So that's why black wants to come over here first. And then if black gets sente, then black will come back here. Here white playing this one.
And now this looks like a complicated position. We're going
Yes, it is.
to have pinchers and counter pinchers. And
Right. And then did white come over here?
yes.
Very interesting choice.
What is the other option?
Common answer would be this one.
And then would we go to the
And
corner
then,
or here? Or here?
If black comes in, then white would block this one and maybe cut. This could be one option. Or black could attach over here, and then white would usually block. And after that, black will need to come
Kinda
to
move,
the
yeah.
side, and then white would do that. And black gets sente.
So white doesn't like this option so much because of sente?
This is
or-
good for both players.
Oh, this is
Yes, this is this could be also this one. Either one is okay,
Mhm.
but don't go too far, because at this point your side is less important. With this large knight move, white is more likely to get into the corner. So when white gets into the corner, black will get stronger outside. So you don't want to be too close.
I see. That's planning
Somewhere
ahead.
here or here. Yes,
Yeah, I gotta do it.
right.
Okay.
So these were some options, but then white played this one, which is very strong move.
Strong how? You mean like it's resolute, or do you mean it's I'm asking you the hard questions already.
like hardcore,
I see.
fighting oriented.
Fighting oriented.
Yes.
Why is it fighting oriented? Can you explain?
Yes, because this means when black comes out, white will be splitting this group.
And the hane might not be
Not be the best choice.
because it
Right.
drives
Yes.
white through the two small groups.
Right. I'm not sure if you have seen this one, but at this point, the good move is this one.
I haven't seen that. That's new. Yeah. What does white do as a follow-up?
So because for a starter, if you hane here, white would be splitting. So, and then there's this cutting point.
Two good follow-ups for white.
Yes. So that's why black usually comes over here. And then if white hanes here, then black cuts. and then black can attack here and making a good shape.
Is white happy with the territory? Or is-
Probably not.
Probably
it's too
not.
small. Yes.
I see.
So when white goes out like this,
Mm.
black can come out, and then this is better shape than this one for black.
Sure.
Mm.
Looks complicated still though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So I think black could continue like this.
This move is nice. Helps with
Yes,
because you'd
yes.
rather be high over here anyway.
Right, right. If black comes over here, which white should be concerned before playing here. I'm assuming white was planning to cut like this. Is it leather? No.
Doesn't look like.
Right. So if that's not leather, black needs to do that, and then white to come out and cut over here. And then this is sente. Black needs to come back. And then when white does that, it seems like these two stones are
Can't
dead.
live, yeah. So white can read this and not be so
Right.
concerned with it.
Yes. So if this was possible, white couldn't do that. This is not an option. Black could also do something like this.
Which would aim at doing something like
Yes,
this later.
right.
Something like this would
Yes.
be more possible.
After these moves. But then in the actual game, I think
In the
black
actual
played
game,
here.
black plays
Here.
back here.
Okay. And then white came over here. I think white could also play this one. And then if black answers, white can close like this.
We don't mind making this exchange to
It's a
close it.
little bad exchange, but then with this stone, white can make sure that this black can't go out.
Right. And so that means this is territory, whereas
Yes.
there's still some open
Yes.
spots here.
True. So this one feels a little too far, because if black came over here, then this is not necessarily sente.
Oh, then black could
Yeah,
come
black
out.
can come
Right.
out.
You can do it.
And then even if white comes over here, black can still
Give it up.
capture like
Right?
this.
Yeah, just capture.
Yes, like
Yes.
this. Yes. But then with this one, when white comes in here, there's no
way to
go.
capture, right?
Yes.
This will be captured.
Right, yes. So I think this could be a good option for white.
I see. But he chose this one instead.
Right, yes.
Do you think that he's hoping to invade here later?
Probably, yes.
Okay,
Now
I
white
see.
is looking at this invasion.
Right.
But black can also go out if necessary.
So there's still some choices for both.
Yes.
Still complicated.
Yes, complicated. So black came here.
Oh, I know this one.
Yes.
We did this one yesterday.
Yes, we saw this yesterday.
But here we saw this one.
Yes.
And after
Mm-hmm.
this and this
That.
and here.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, yeah. Exactly, we saw this net.
Yes, and then this one, and that. Right.
And so I suppose this works really well with this to make it hard
Yes.
for this to move
Right.
out.
Also, when this is cut off, either way, white might get more moves around here, and this will become
Would be
white's
naturally
territory.
gone.
Yes.
Oh, I see. So, so black avoids this by not going into the corner, instead
Right.
just turning.
Yes.
And so instead of this net
Mm-hmm.
in the game, black stone is out here. So it seems to be more direct in heading out, right? Rather than having
Yeah, having cut off.
having cut off. That's right.
Yes.
Exactly. So white took the 3-3 instead
Yes.
because black didn't. Is this still Joseki, or is this a little bit of a
It's,
special circumstance?
It's special circumstance, yes. If white blocks here, then black will attack here.
And cut.
Yes.
Oh,
And
and
then
capture.
become like this. But white came here, and now if black does the same thing, then white is not going to attack but extend.
Which
There is no call.
right, this is a similar shape,
Yes.
right, to the
yes.
one that we see. Only the one that we see has this exchange for this.
I see. Yes. So in the actual game, black came here first, and then did black come here right away?
No. Black
okay.
then pressed down.
Okay, black came here. Oh, I get it. White did that to connect these two stones, and then this was
also
good
to keep-
timing.
So now it is a good timing.
Yes.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yes, yes.
Oh, but first black probed here, I think.
Okay. That's very complicated one.
It looks like he's trying to make white make a choice, right? And
So,
see what white's choice is.
So black harness over here. I think white is trying, black is trying to cut these two stones. So with this one, it's already connected. You can see that it's connected here and
Right,
it's
and
connected here.
Right, if black plays here, white will cut behind.
Yes.
That's right.
And then black's assuming that white is planning to answer this way. So black's not worried about this cut. After this exchange, black can think about coming over here.
Wow. Okay.
One example. And then without this one, it was connected. But now, black can cut like this. Yes, that will be too good for black.
Too good. He's not connected, but he has cut off these two entirely.
Yes, yes. So that's why white didn't hane here. And also this hane, black can still exchange this one and then connect from the ball.
And now even if white cuts here, it's
right, it's
not as
small.
big.
Right,
as
this is much bigger. So black came over here.
White stood up.
Yes. And then did black do that?
Yes.
Mm.
And then black exchanges this for this.
Yes.
Captures the stone, and white extends.
Yes.
And now, before things get too complicated, this
Yes.
situation is still definitely up in the air. But we
Yes.
had a question from
yes.
the audience, which is, what's the best way? What are some of the ways that white can reduce or invade in this
Yes.
framework that black has? Because this is a
Yes.
shape we see a lot. I think.
Right,
Yeah.
very good question.
Mhm.
I'll teach you really simple
You
and
teach
good
me?
one.
No,
no,
teach
no. When I said you, I meant
Okay.
this is really good trick for this shape particularly.
Mm-hmm.
You come over here.
Wow, this one
Yes.
with the jump.
Without jump also works.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
You only remember this shape.
Okay, so we come over here.
And then you go in here.
Okay, and now what are some of black's choices?
So now if black blocks here, you do this.
And now you have a nice flexible, even if they wedge in and cut off one stone, you'll make a nice shape.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So at this point, it's very difficult for black to capture these white stones. Yes. You block here and then connect. Yes.
And now even if I cut these off, I can make
Yes.
a shape.
You can just atari and make tiger mouth.
And then this
Yes.
would be nice.
Right. And then when white comes in here, if black blocks here, then you go like this, and then honey.
I don't know as black how I would do that.
Yes. If black comes over here, then you can attach this one.
Oh, this looks hard. I think black will live, or white will live. I think white will live.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry to lie.
Yes.
And I still need to protect it with the cut. So is this response to this original shoulder hit? Does black need to choose something else here?
So sometimes, sometimes black would like do, that would be like too good. So sometimes black tries to like push here. And then it depends on the circumstance. You could still get in, or sometimes white can also consider this one. Or like attaching over here. So this can be a little bit complicated.
Is this our way of avoiding this stone out here? Like we want to focus on this area
Yes.
without worrying about this stone so much, so we've made the shoulder hit here and we invade this way.
Yes.
And this stone almost doesn't come into play.
Right,
Right,
because
stays outside.
that's mostly because this corner enclosure is a little too wide.
Mm-hmm. It's wider than the usual.
Yes. Another thing you can do is to attach over here,
Mm-hmm.
and then when black blocks, you can cut here.
Looks like lots of options for both.
Yes. So that's only when you only want to live in the corner.
Mm-hmm.
So for example, if black answers somewhere like this,
Oh, I know this.
then you can make a
Really?
tari and live. Yes.
Right.
So this one is alive. You can
Mhm.
remember.
The tripod group, if
Mhm.
you've read your James Davis Life and Death.
Ah, yes.
They call it the tripod group, with just its
I
three
see.
stones.
Wow.
Mm.
Tripod.
Mm.
Good name.
Is there a name in Korea?
I don't think we do
Don't think we
have
do.
name.
Mhm.
And then if black plays something like this, then now you're not trying to live in the corner,
Now you're
but
trying to
more
get
like
the outside.
reduce, yes,
Yeah.
from the outside.
Black will definitely owe you a move.
Yes, something like this and that.
So would you attach directly rather than doing this and aim it coming back here?
Oh,
later?
that's also an option.
Also an
Yes,
option?
yes.
Okay.
Good point.
Okay.
And yes.
So go ahead.
Yes,
Was there
yes.
another one?
There's one more.
One more.
There's this one too.
Okay.
This
And that-
one works the best when you have sun over here.
Ah, so this one would be more of an impact, more worried about what the,
Yes,
where that's done.
but it can still work without the white stone here.
Okay. Can you show me?
Yes, and then black can do that, and then connect here. Yes, and then block there, and here. This is a little bit complicated. Do
Mm.
that, and that. Yes, and then white cuts here. And black can come in, and then you connect here. And, often you block here first, and then connect
there.
here, and then
Seems like the order here is somewhat tricky.
yes, and then this is a very simple version,
Mhm.
but of course there are complications, especially when black tries this one instead of connecting here,
Mm.
and then there'll be
And then
cut,
there'll be
and then
cut.
extend.
Fighting, I can see how a
Yes.
stone here would be very handy.
Yes,
Or a white
yes.
stone here already
Right,
makes this not
right.
something that black can choose.
Yes,
Right?
right. So this is a little complicated,
Mhm.
but this could be good start
Got
to
it.
invade in the corner.
Thank you.
Yes.
If black has another choice after this
Mhm.
attachment, perhaps
Yes.
standing up or a plank or
Yes,
one
black
without
could
opponent.
do this one.
This one?
Yes, but then white will probably come out
And
and,
it
then
becomes a
reduce.
reduction.
Yes,
Do we want to make this exchange after this? Or do we wanna just jump away?
probably cut here first,
Oh.
and then atari.
Mm-hmm.
So that if black answers here, white would have this one.
You'll have some actually.
Yes, yes.
It's a good technique to
Mm.
cut to create forcing.
Yes, right. Because if you push here first, then black would connect from this side.
There's no more forcing.
Yes,
Exactly.
yes. And if black takes this one, then white would atari here.
Right, and you'll have a little bit better of a result than
Yes.
if you just push directly.
True, yes.
Yes, good technique. Mm-hmm.
So that's about the corner.
Okay, so that etches the corner.
Yes.
All of this will be moot if white doesn't get sente to start that.
True,
So,
yes,
so
yes.
this fight is much more important. Right?
Yes, it is.
And it looks like it's going to get very complicated.
Mm-hmm. So black came in here, and then that means if white blocks, black wants to either come over here or here to disconnect these two stones.
Is he giving up on these two if he
It
does
seems
so?
like yes.
Would white owe another move?
Yes.
Right, white would need
without
something.
another move, this is a little thin.
And so, for white to add another move and give black gote, is that too much?
It
or-
will be sente. So yeah, for example, if white comes here, then if black doesn't answer, there is this cut.
Ah,
So black will need another move, and then white can come to this side, which is very wide, or this invasion is also possible.
right, because now that we've sort of backed these up, this
Right.
invasion now has that.
Right, but it seems like this side is more important the point, because with this black, if black comes in here,
Oh,
yeah, this is
I
sente.
need to get the shape right, and then
Yeah,
black. will
if
come.
then that this could be also sente,
Mhm.
because once black cuts here, this corner is not alive.
Right, only one eye in the corner.
So it seems like it will be very important for white to come around
To
to
be
here.
able to add a move.
Yes.
See, even though this has taken this nice grip, this
Mm.
stone still has a lot of potential left. Huh?
Yes, especially with this black group being strong.
I see. So perhaps this is
Mm.
why black,
Yes.
white chooses not to do this.
So white came on here.
Right. Which is a great shape. All of us beginners love to play this shape as often as we can.
Yes, the empty triangle you should avoid, but there are times that it's important.
Mm-hmm. And this is one of those times?
Yes.
All right. So what is white aiming at? If black blocks.
White is planning to cut here now.
And
Yes.
yeah, go ahead.
It will be really funny if white does that.
Ooh.
Because this exchange doesn't make any sense.
Oh, and now this is not sente anymore.
Right,
So
no.
even if I turn, it'd
Yes.
be very bad.
So white has to cut.
Mm-hmm.
And then black can connect. But then white can come out. And then if black extends, then this will be
Too good for white.
Right.
So black would have to try and block.
Yes. Black can block here, but still white can capture like this.
These black stones
Right.
would be captured.
Yes.
And black is getting almost no compensation on the outside. So.
It even a net doesn't work.
Oh no.
So black cannot even capture these 3 stones.
Yikes. Can't do this thing.
Right,
So this is
no.
why black doesn't block when it pushes through.
Yes. So did black connect? Because seems like the shape should be here.
Yes,
Yes.
black just plays there directly,
Yes.
which now forces white to play here.
Yes. And then black comes here. Should be sent there. And
White
then
on.
white block.
Black jumps out.
Mm-hmm.
And now white plays here.
I see. Now I think black can do that.
To live?
Yes.
Instead, black plays here.
So if white comes in here, now black needs to do that. And that. So there is some difference over here. If black just blocks here, for white, white needs to, if white wants to capture this
If white
group,
wants to kill.
yes, then this is the only sequence.
Mm-hmm.
But then with this Atari over here,
Oh, now he can clamp.
yeah,
Yes.
yes, black can go out like this.
Too
But-
painful.
But the difficult part of this one is that white might do this one.
Oh, this is a denial.
And then right now it won't work because there will be capturing race and black has many liberties.
And it looks like this white group will not be able to win.
Right, right.
Mm,
This will be overplay for white.
Sure.
So even if black blocks here, white can't attack this group right away. But the problem would be that white would do something like this and this would be sente. And
Right.
then black will need to come back and then white can attack this group.
Mm-hmm.
So I think black wanted to just push here and this exchange is a little bad, but still black can lead without giving any sente moves to
Without
white.
giving any sente moves to white, which is so
Yes.
important because this is the unstable position.
Yes.
I see. So maybe that explains why white doesn't answer, but instead tries to strengthen
I see.
himself here, because he's trying to be able to still attack.
Oh, yes. Also possible that white is wondering about exchanging here before answering. But
So he-
white came in here.
And black cuts.
Oh, and then black cut right away.
This exchange looks like a nice one to have.
Yes, yes. Especially if black was planning to do that. And then white.
And now we're caught up.
Yes. So now what's happening? Black needs to block here. And then white would do this one. And that. 5, 6. Oh, this is dead. So black needs to do something else.
So black can't turn.
Black, I was wondering about this one.
Looks like a bigger eye space.
Yes.
It's
And then
more liberty.
white will need to do this one.
But that cut
Mm-hmm.
means not as many liberties as we thought.
And then
White is almost alive.
yes, that is the problem. When white does that, black can't do this one. Although when you see this kind of shape, it's usually a half eye.
Mm-hmm.
But with
In
this
this
one,
case,
this is sente.
This is sente, yes, exactly.
So if black has to go out, then white will be out.
And now it's not a race at all.
No, so that means black can't push here when white comes in.
Mm-hmm.
So that makes everything very simple. Black has to connect, and white can push here. And even if black comes out, it doesn't give black more liberties. And after this one, very simply, black has 5 and white has 6.
So that's it, the end.
It's the end.
So this can't happen.
Right, this doesn't work.
Well,
So black came here instead, probably trying to reduce
Liberties.
many liberties as possible. And then white comes here, black comes here. Still, if black connects, then the capturing race
is the same number of liberties.
yes, wouldn't work for black. But now that there is this one exchanged, black can push here. Now there is no going out for white.
So there's no extra eye.
True.
But yeah, exactly. You first.
But with this push, white can increase the liberty by 1.
So is black going to try to get something like this in center?
Yeah, if black comes here, that will be nice. But I think white will have the turn to come here. And then black will need to block. Then you do that, and that, and here. With this one, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 liberties. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Can black get an extra one by pushing? Oh no, because he takes one to do it.
Wait. There's 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. That's good captain race for black. So maybe here, white shouldn't atari, but do that. And then come in here.
And now
Could be seki.
Could be seki.
With this one.
And there's no, the sente move here in this case doesn't help white.
Right, doesn't help. That and that. Yeah, it seems like seki. But if it becomes seki, it will be good for black. So we will see. For white needs to capture this black group. Seki would be too good for black.
Looks like they're playing this out. They've reached a decision. It looks like we had a... Oh, no.
So far we have this, it seems like.
And looks like this one, Mark Lee does not have enough liberties.
Right, it seems like it's seki. And that
Oh,
is very
seki when
bad
black-
news. Very bad news for white. Because remember, white had very good potential for territory here, but that's all gone now. And black, when it's secure, black will be all connected outside.
Sure. Because all of these liberties are sente for black to fill.
Yes, yes.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That's really bad news.
All right. Well, we're gonna take a few
Yes.
minute break to let the players figure out the capturing race.
Yes.
I mean, we had, you know, we have Hajin here. She can do it quicker. Anyway, and we'll be back in a few minutes.
Yes.
All right. So so we have some questions here before we get back to analyzing the game.
Yeah.
The first one is, why do the pros play such similar openings nowadays? It seems like there's less experimentation than there was in, 30, 40 years ago.
Actually, that is not true.
That's not true.
It's what's happening is that there are so many studies going on in the pro world. They are always studying these openings. And then you see the same openings for some time because everyone is studying that variation.
Oh.
But then when they feel like they figured it out, they may move on with new openings.
Right.
But when certain opening is in fashion, it's really funny because when there's a preliminary round, like 200 professional players are playing in the playing hall,
Right.
and then you see 100 games with very
With the
similar
opening.
openings.
Wow.
Because everyone is studying, but the outside Go fans don't get to see them because you only see the main round games,
We only see the
not
top
the
boards.
preliminary.
That's right.
right,
that's
right.
That's too bad those preliminary games aren't recorded. It seems like a database
Right.
there could make that
Yes.
really help advance everyone's study of these openings.
Yes. Usually, professional players would have their own records, but the KBA as an organization, they don't keep these
They
game
can't
records.
keep the preliminaries. That's right. I think that some of the confusion in the question stems from the fact that when some people think of a new opening, they think of
Yes.
really novel moves.
I see.
Like Mok Jin Sok's
Yes,
enclosures
yes.
where he makes this enclosure, right?
Right.
He makes his 3-5
Yes.
and it was 7-3 enclosure. Like these novel shapes.
Yes.
Whereas it seems like the opening experimentation is specific joseki
Yes.
following like the mini Chinese, the macro Chinese. There's a lot of different choices about the josekis that happen after
Yes,
that.
true.
And I think amateurs don't understand that is as much the opening that the pros are experimenting with
Yes.
as the first few moves, right?
Right. That is true. Maybe players got a little bit more conservative with their opening moves.
Oh, wow. Looks like we have a very different result than what we were looking at before. Maybe we should switch back to the board and we'll look at this because
Okay.
from what we were talking about during the
Yes.
break, this was supposed to end up a seki.
Yes.
It's going to be hard for it to end up a seki now.
Right. Black could block here, and then white would extend here, and then come in, and then black needs to answer, and then white could push here once, and then do that, and then black could come in.
Come protect.
Yes, still Joseki.
And this would be when you say joseki. I don't know if this
Sorry,
is
still Seki.
still a seki. Right.
Yes.
When you say yes, so this would be a seki. We don't
Yes.
have the sente moves here.
Right.
But black avoided this.
Yes.
Yes, I wonder why. Oh,
So
sorry, the seki
black-
result. Maybe before we clean it up. The seki result, is it good for black or white?
It is good for black. White has such a good potential to make a good territory over here, but now that's all gone, and with this one, black's all connected.
And black's shape is so
Yes.
thick.
So if you just look at the board, black has very good position on this side, but then white only has a little bit here and a little bit here, and some here. But that's not as good as black's.
Okay. But now it's not going to be this seki.
No, not with this one.
Nope.
So black came over here. And now white needs to go out. I mean, white can't go out, technically. So white will try to cut.
Try to
black.
cut
Yes.
these.
Yes, either that one or this one.
But either way, it seems like white is fighting at a disadvantage because after being cut,
Yes,
he needs to start a capturing race against one side or the
True.
other.
yes. Do that. And that. And that. Let's see what happens. I think this one is not working for black. Yeah, this one black's dead.
Looks like one eye versus no.
So instead of getting inside, black will try. Black will try this one.
Hoping to force white to play here.
Yes. And if white comes in here, then now black wins. Yes. Now black wins. So white will try this one.
Because now
And
black will.
then black comes here and that. Still it doesn't work for white. So white will need to come here, and then when black takes this out, white needs to be back. But then black can still come in here like that. So that means if white blocks here, with this move, black can win the capturing race with this one.
So can white have any choices to avoid this fate?
So another way would be here, this one, and then up here, yes, and that. Just pushing here wouldn't help, so white will need to do that. But then when black just goes out, this one can be defended, but
Isn't that out here going to work? Doesn't look like.
right, doesn't look like. This one? Here. And then push. But the shape is a little interesting.
Why is that?
Because I was looking at this one,
Okay.
and then there's this thing. If black attack is here,
Squeeze.
then it's leather,
Yes.
and then here.
I could read that.
Yes. So that means black needs to connect, and then white can cut, and then black cuts here, and then go out. So it doesn't work for white.
Doesn't work for white. The net
Yes.
falls apart.
And then black can go out.
Mm-hmm.
But there is some room for white to think about, it seems.
I think we can say that either way, the onus is on white. White needs to figure out how,
Yes,
which of these
true.
two, and read whichever one will work. And he
Yes.
needs to figure it out here, because once he's chosen, it'll be too late. He's on a
True,
path
yes,
with
yes.
very few forces.
Right. So if white has any time left, this is the time to spend it.
This is the time to spend a lot of time
Yes.
thinking about which of these moves you're going to make.
Yes,
Try and read the whole thing.
Yes.
Okay. We have a few questions. You want to take some questions?
Yes, sure.
All right. First question is, did you get a chance to talk with Mark about his game yesterday?
I did.
Yeah?
We had fun talking about the
Oh,
game.
yeah?
Yes, yes.
What did he have to say about it?
So I had many questions for him, and then he was telling me that he misread about the black group from the corner. So when that was cut off, he thought he was
When
like,
he was originally
going
cut.
to lose.
Yes. So once that group was cut off, he thought he was in trouble.
Yes, yes. And then he was trying very hard to catch up, but it wasn't working. But he said that in the end, there was this co-fight from the corner.
That's right. I remember
Yes.
up in the upper right.
And then he thought if the co-fight works well for black, black had some chance. But I was suggesting that maybe still white is ahead.
Yeah.
But then he said black had many co-threats.
Oh, so he was confident to win that ko.
Yes, yes.
Right.
Also because when black wins the ko, the white group was not completely alive.
Right. So
with
he
that
could, he
ko,
could profit
yes.
from attacking. Right.
So white shouldn't have started that ko. There was no point in doing that.
Okay, so that was a mistake.
Yes,
And
yes.
then, but what ended up happening instead?
Right, right. So once the ko was started,
Uh-huh.
black was making a lot of ko threats from this
From
dead
the capturing
group.
race.
Yes.
That's right. That's right.
And then white should have just extended. But then Mark said that maybe the Chinese pro was too concerned about the number of ko threats black was getting.
So if he extends, then Mark wins the ko in the upper
Yes.
side, and the group is floating because
Right.
he'd have so many ko threats.
Yes.
Right.
But he still should have done that.
Mm-hmm.
But instead he tried to shorten the ko threat,
Mm.
and then it became another ko. So at that point black just let white win the ko.
Right.
But then made this ko instead.
Right.
Because this ko is much bigger.
Much bigger.
Yes.
And there weren't enough ko threats.
Right. After this ko threat, black had some. After this ko fight, black had some ko threats.
Right. To kill the whole group in the other side.
And then apparently the Chinese pro misread about the life of the group.
Oh. That must be very
Yeah,
sad.
he said that when he used this ko threat connecting the black group,
Mm-hmm.
white took this ko in 1 second. He didn't even think about it when he had some time to spend. And then when he played here, he resigned.
Oh no.
So that was really
So
funny.
he just took that ko and then he resigned, and then he seemed to be upset.
Yes, yes, because he misread.
Mm-hmm. That's very frustrating to make a misread. I know from
Yeah.
Pergo last night that it
Oh.
can be very frustrating.
You're very good.
It's nice of you to say so. It seems also like this, like this connection here that we have. Sorry, it just occurred to me
Yes.
that this connection. It seems that White could have made the exchange here first before connecting. That
Yeah,
by
I
doing
think
it
so,
this
yes.
way, he seems to have locked himself on this path, where he has to get out. Right.
That is so true. I could have done that before. It was Sente.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, sorry, that just occurred to me. We can go back to the questions. We have two
Yes.
more questions.
Okay.
One of the questions is, Haley, what would you say your style is?
My playing style.
Your playing style. That's right.
I'm very lost now.
Lost? You're a
Yes,
lost
because I
sheep?
used to.
A lost sheep.
There's a song called Lost Star.
Oh, Lost Star. Yeah, yeah. that
Do,
sounds right.
do you remember
Yeah,
it
yeah,
from the movie?
No. I don't-
Begin Again.
Begin a move. Begin again.
There was a movie called Begin Again,
Uh-huh.
and the main song from that movie,
Is Lost Star.
yeah, was called The Lost Star, but that was just a
Uh-huh.
joke.
I see.
But
I see.
when I was new pro,
Mm-hmm.
I think my style was very reading, based on like reading.
Reading focus.
Yes, reading focus, but not like too crazy fighting oriented.
Mm-hmm.
So I would have some territory base with reading.
Okay.
And then my pro colleagues who told me that my best skill is to manage on winning game until the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like when I'm winning,
Once you're
I
ahead,
would yes.
and stay ahead.
Yes, yes,
Oh
yes.
man, I don't have that skill at all. She's
So
very nice.
apparently that was my best skill.
I see. I see. That's good to know. But now,
Now
now a lost sheep.
now I play for fun.
Okay, for fun. Okay. That's a pretty good
yes.
style too.
Oh, and then something happened to me was that when I went to university and I was less serious about the tournament,
Mhm.
and then I was able to play the moves that I wouldn't play before. Like before, winning was too important, and
Right.
then I wouldn't risk
Right. There's
the
no.
moves
You
that
couldn't take the
yes,
risks. Right.
Right, right. I would usually choose the certain moves,
Mm-hmm.
but
Even if they were boring.
right, right. The boring part didn't matter.
Right, because winning was what mattered.
Yes,
Right,
yes.
yeah.
All mattered was winning.
Got it. Got it. But when you were in university,
Yes.
you could play other moves.
Right, right. I went to university and then now I was pursuing other careers.
Mm-hmm.
And then winning was not as important as before.
So you were free.
Yes, I was free to experiment.
I see. I see.
And that's why I'm lost now.
That happens sometimes when you experiment.
Okay, yeah.
All right. There was one other question. They were suggesting that perhaps maybe Mark's loss against Cao Yuyin
Yes.
maybe has affected him or rattled him in some way. It would be hard to tell from looking at the camera because he's such a calm guy.
Yes,
But is
yes.
it possible, you think, that he's concerned about that loss that he had against Cao Yuyin on, what day was it? Tuesday? Probably Tuesday.
What kind of concerns are we talking about?
Well, I don't know. Do you think
Like
he's
in
still
his
thinking about it?
self-confidence?
Like in his head, that's right, yeah.
Possibly.
Possible.
Yes. But yesterday he seemed very cheerful.
Yeah?
Yeah.
He seemed very relaxed.
After the win, yes.
Oh, yeah, well, it's like getting a present, right?
Yes, yes.
Yes. All right. It looks like Mark is still going to try and find his way out of this, so I guess we'll take another break and
Yes.
talk about things when we get back.
Yes.
See you in the review.
See you.
Okay, so we're back.
Mm-hmm.
White's made his choice.
Yes.
What will happen?
I am afraid not much good will happen to white.
Not much good will happen to white. It'll be pretty good for black, though.
Yes.
Yes.
So white came over here,
Mhm.
and then black's going to cut. Black didn't play yet,
Mm.
but black doesn't have much choice. Black will cut.
Mm-hmm.
And at this point, if white comes over here, black would come here, and the capturing race is good for black.
Right.
So if white comes here, white
Which
can
is the
leave.
question we've had, is what happens if white takes this point?
Yes. Then actually it's not cool. White can leave.
White can...
But black will capture this one stone,
Mm-hmm.
and then white needs to leave. And then black has another center, which black can use probably do something like this. And this is still too good for black.
Too good. He's managed to catch both stones on the outside.
Yes.
Wow. So this would be kind of tricky for white. All white has
Yes.
managed to do is live.
Also, because this is not seki, now this is all center for black.
Ah, that's right.
And also this one, oh, that's so terrible.
Oh no. So this white's gonna face an uphill struggle.
Yes.
Okay. Huh. Anything else you'd like to talk about on this game?
So it seemed like white could exchange this before connecting here.
Mm-hmm.
White, before doing that, white could do this. And then black needs to come back here.
Mm-hmm.
Because if black comes here, then white would do this. And then after that, white has an eye, black doesn't. So black needs to connect here.
Right.
But then after that, black has 5 liberties and white has 5 liberties
Right.
with white's turn.
So white.
Yes. So black needs to connect, and white could connect here, and that would have been seki.
Right. But the difference now is that by making this exchange first,
Yes.
it'll be second.
Yes. The good difference is that because it's seki, white will get these 2 moves in sente.
Which means the corner's alive.
Right.
Right.
And then this invasion is much easier. And plus there are no dead stones of white in the center.
Right,
Black
right.
will need to come back.
So we haven't got any of those free stones on the outside.
Yes. In the actual game it will be like this. And that. Plus black has this 5 points over here. No center moves outside. And black get to do that. So yeah, it seems very hopeless for white.
But black is thinking a long time. What do you suppose he's thinking about?
Yeah, I wonder that too. So once black cuts here, I guess white could also consider pushing this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then if black answers, white could do that. And then black comes out. Then white will need to do something like this.
it would be a race again, but it looks like black has more liberties this time.
I can check. Do that and that and that. Yes, it doesn't work for white. So I don't see any other option than blocking here. And after that, white could try to make this core. But then black would do that and then come over here. And now white cannot connect here because this
so it'd
is
be a many-step code.
yes. And then at this point, it's difficult to
Right. Plus there's a curl on the other side.
So I would say the situation is quite bad for white at the moment.
Right.
Maybe even before this. Maybe we can go back a little bit
Okay.
and see what white could do differently.
I imagine if you're black now, you want to really make sure that you've read this correctly. Right? Because if you make any
Yes.
mistakes, you know, it's over, right? Like
Yes.
like you have a chance to me personally, I like it better when I'm behind than when I'm ahead. When I'm ahead, I feel like it's more pressure.
Yes.
Yes,
To
but
keep the advantage.
Exactly, to keep the advantage. But you said that your best skill was to stay ahead.
Yes.
Would you say you enjoy being ahead more than being behind?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
And the pressure doesn't bother
I
you?
really enjoyed planning the game when I'm ahead. So I would plan like I would do this and games and let my opponent take this. Then I do the counting and then I would make sure that it stays that way.
So when you're ahead, there's much less uncertainty.
Yes,
When I'm
right,
ahead,
right.
I still have a lot of uncertainty, so I have a lot of anxiety.
I see.
And in something like this, when I'm deciding if I'm going to push through and cut, it seems like, wow, I'd really want to make sure.
Right,
So I think
right.
it's good that they're using all this time to
Yes,
find.
yes, true.
Okay, so let's go back earlier.
Right. So when black came over here, it seems like it's already one way. So black cut here, and then white did that, and then black came out and did that and did that. And here and here. I wonder if there's any better way to do the capturing race.
Then to squeeze.
But it seems like that's the only way. Because it will be better if white could do this one. But then after this, white needs to get inside here.
Right.
And then black can hane this one.
Oh. That wouldn't work.
And then if white comes in here, black can connect and then cut here. So this one doesn't work. So it was one way. And that. And this one. And that. Here. This exchange is okay. Doesn't harm white.
Is it possible that white could have
Yes.
made another move? So first he makes this peep exchange before he
Yes.
draws back.
Yes.
Is it possible that white could have made another play around this group before starting the hostilities? Like, so before we start a fight, is there something else that white could add out here that is severe enough so that he would still be able to come back and do this?
Will be difficult.
Because any stone out here would help,
Yes,
right?
would help. True. So something like here could help.
Mm-hmm.
And then if black comes around here, then white would do this. But the problem would be that white needs to kill this black group to recover from this
To recover
damage.
from loss.
That's really big.
Wow,
one.
that damage is so severe.
Yes. Also, because of this black stone now, these are all sente of black.
Mm. White won't have time to make this invasion.
Yes.
Mm.
And then like black can do something like this one.
There's still the cut.
Right.
Right.
So it will be very difficult
Mm.
for white. Maybe when black cut over here,
Mm-hmm.
white could have
The plan? We
maybe
gotta look at the plan.
push here once more, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And then if black comes here, it's here. Push.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe something like this.
So it is still a running battle, and we haven't lost
Yes.
everything. Here.
Right.
Black will need to come back to protect over here.
Yes, white can say this one stone is light.
Mm-hmm.
So that could have, this would have been much better than the actual game.
For white.
Mm.
So it looks like they have played a few moves in the sequence so far. Oh, black has cut, and white is looking for his way.
Oh, wait. What if white pushes here instead?
What if?
Yes. If black answers here,
Mm-hmm.
then white goes here. And now black can connect. If black does the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
then after this, white can come out here and that will be trouble for black.
Right.
So black will need to connect here.
Mm-hmm.
But now white cannot push here because after that there's this cut.
Mm-hmm.
So white has to just connect.
I see.
And then black can do this. Oops, and that. And because now there are two liberties that work for white.
So even this one can be done.
Right. We could.
So we have some questions from the audience.
Yes.
The first is that if white loses his group, does he have any chance to come back?
No.
No, that one's easy.
Mm.
The next question
Yes.
was if this whole fight is judged to be bad for white,
Mm.
at what point in the opening could he have avoided it?
It's very difficult to say which one. So up to this point, I think the game was balanced. I have an idea. Maybe when black came here, this was bad idea.
Way back when.
Yes. At this point, I think white could just answer. Because we know that this is sente. So in that case, you don't really want to go over here. But actually at this point it's difficult to say this is better answer
Uh-huh.
because we couldn't see all these sequences
Sure. No. Who can predict?
Right. So it's after the fact analysis. So I'm not quite sure.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, it became like this. And that. And this. And that. And this one. And that. This was good move. It seemed like it was overplayed, this cutting, by the way,
Mhm.
when I first saw it.
You were like, oh, it's too hard.
Right. But then it's working.
Mm-hmm.
So that was good reading from black side. Here, and that. So it seems like white tried something else. Instead of the captain race with this group.
White must have realized it doesn't work
Yes.
and tried building it.
Right. So it seems like white extended here. And that. And here. So this is, if white wants to attack this group, this is good start. Because this is Sente. If black answers here, then now instead of this one, white to do this. And then black needs to answer. And this is the good spot.
Because we've already reinforced this stone here,
Yes.
so we can get this one, which
Yes.
gives us an extra point
Yes.
of extra loot.
Right. So black had to answer from this side.
Right.
And then white came here, and black did that. And this one, and then cut over here.
We're still looking at the same thing. If we can get this in
Yes.
Sente, then we're fine.
True. So now black has two options. Pushing here or Atari here. I think Atari could be better. It's better shape for black to go out.
And a white turn here doesn't threaten a ladder. So.
Then black needs to answer.
Oh, why?
And then if white comes here, it's the same. And if white comes here, then black would go out.
Come out.
If black doesn't answer this one, but come over here, I'm afraid something like this would work.
Oh.
With so many Sente
moves.
moves.
These
Yes.
three would die.
Seems very dangerous.
I see.
Just pushing here is also an option. And then when white extends, black will need to come back.
And if white can't capture these three stones on the outside, it's
Yes.
very sad. But this is similar, right? There's still these forcing moves to make this.
Right. But because it's not like this, it's a little better for black.
Oh, because these stones have more defense.
Yes.
I see. One more. One crucial extra.
Yes. Makes all the difference.
All the difference.
Oh, so black chose this one. And now white can do this and that. And we'll try something around here. And that. Then black can also cut.
Yes. Here's actually a question from the audience. I'm going to paraphrase it from the question that was actually asked
Yes.
to something maybe a little bit more appropriate.
Yes.
So white's behind.
Yes.
We look at a lot of sequences and it looks really difficult for white to win. At what point should white decide to resign the game?
So white should read all the variations and then choose the one that is most complicated and difficult.
Right.
And then after playing out all the
After
sequences.
So after it is resolved, right, once it is clear that
Yes,
it has
yes.
not worked,
Yes.
then it is appropriate.
Yes.
But not before.
Right, not before. I mean, before you could also resign. But most players would prefer to try it out.
Right, exactly. It seems like
Yes.
there are still some very complicated lines that we're exploring. It seems to
Yes.
me that resigning before it's clear that
Mm.
those complicated lines
Mm.
don't work
Yeah.
would be maybe not fighting spirit.
Right. Yes.
So because in this case there's indeed some uncertainty.
Yes.
At the point that both this and this have gotten away cleanly, maybe
Right.
then white can think about packing it in.
Yes, and also this white has 6 liberties. So yes,
So there's-
it's there's still some room for
Right.
white.
Still some room to
Yes,
extract.
yes,
Mm-hmm. So in this case, white has extended here.
yes. That is Sente. Black needs to come back. If black comes over here,
Mm-hmm.
then white would do this and that and do that and here,
Mm.
and then black will come over here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then this one, and that one, and that one. So black's dead now.
Yep.
Mm.
White wins by 1 in Liberty.
Yes. So black needs to answer this one.
Right.
And one interesting part is that when white is doing the captain race with this group, this one has 5 liberties
Mm.
because keeping one eye helps. So white needs to atari here.
Mm-hmm.
But with this center group, white has 6 liberties.
Oh, why is that?
Because when when black fills in these white's liberties,
Mm-hmm.
black would come here.
And that doesn't actually take a liberty.
Yes.
But black has to play there.
Yes.
Right.
And then white wouldn't do that.
Right.
So still 5 after the first move.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Thank you for explaining that.
Also, black can do that, but then this is Sente,
Mm-hmm.
and then 1 move, and then still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right.
So
Same number.
still 6, yes.
Right. Oh, so also in yesterday's game,
Yes.
Mark Lee was behind,
Yes.
but there was still a lot of uncertainty on the board.
True,
It's
yes.
kind of similar. And if he had resigned before then,
Yes.
would have been, he didn't give his opponent the chance to.
Right.
Right. His opponent hadn't yet resolved everything. So
Yes.
would you agree that he shouldn't have resigned yesterday?
Yes, I agree. Yes. He tried his best and he found his chance.
That's right. And when you see a chance, you gotta take it.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess we could take another little break because
Okay.
it seems like this is a really tense moment for the players.
Sure.
We'll maybe get a check at how much time is on the clocks and figure out how long they have to think about it.
Yeah, sure.
Anything else you want to do?
Nope. We'll be back.
We'll be back.
Yes.
Okay. See ya. right, we're back.
We are back.
Yeah. So what's happened?
So, where did we stop? So over here, black had two options:
Mhm.
Atari here and push,
Mhm.
and then black pushed here,
Right.
and then this was sente. So black needed to come back,
Mm-hmm.
and then white Pandanet here, and then did this one.
Right.
So this one is looking at these two black groups,
Mhm.
and black needs to keep both of them more than 6 liberties.
More than 6.
Yes.
Just let's recap.
Mm.
This group will have enough liberties to capture this group. So white needs to capture one of these two sides
Yes.
to be able to stay alive in this game.
Yes.
Right.
Right. So at this point, black could either move this one or that one.
Mm-hmm.
It seemed like black might choose this one
Mm-hmm.
because there's no net over here.
So what happens if white tries?
So white tries here, like this one.
Mm-hmm.
Then black would come out,
Mm-hmm.
and then cut here. It's important to Atari here first because if you do that, there's this
Oh, no, that would be bad.
ladder. Yes. So you need to do this one, and now there are 2 liberties behind, and
there's
white
enough.
needs to come back,
Right.
and then black can push here, and because of this Atari, white needs to come back, and then black can hane here, and then
Wow.
black's getting outside.
He's getting enough liberties to go back and
Yes.
win the capture.
Right, right. So white's hane is not working well.
Right.
That means white might want to extend here,
Mm-hmm.
and then black would push, and
Hane.
then hane. So the problem is that although this is sente, still white cannot cut here. There's this cut, and then coming out, yes,
Same
and
problem.
yes,
Right.
will be same problem. So this was one option, but still there could be some things that white could try on this area, especially because at the moment black has only 3 liberties.
Right.
In the actual game, black chose this one because on this side also white cannot surround very easily.
Right.
The first instinct would be coming over here,
Right.
and then if black tries something like this one, then white can even let black capture this one stone.
Wow. Because it doesn't add liberties, or because the eye is not as important?
Right, because it doesn't add many liberties.
Mm-hmm.
But then instead of coming through and cut, black has this move.
Wow, that looks sharp.
Yes. So if white cuts, then black would come out.
And we can't block here.
Right,
So
you
we'd have
can't.
to turn.
Yes.
And now black is escaped.
Yes, now black's escaped.
Right.
So to prevent this coming out, white needs to block here, and then black would make the bamboo joint. And then when white blocks here,
Uh-oh. It's the aji of this cutters on this side.
yes. And then when black connects here, you can see that white has 2 liberties, and then black has 3.
Black has 3. Won't work.
Yes.
So I will need to try something else.
Right. So with this one space jump, it seems like white has no way to block this black group.
Mm-hmm.
So in the actual game, white came over here.
We had a question, which I think we've actually covered.
Yes.
Which was, why can't white get this move first after the cut? I think we talked
The
about that.
timing would be very important. So
I think what we saw
Yes.
was that if white takes this point when black takes this stone, it's too good for black on the outside. White will be very far behind anyway.
that's right. Yes.
Because black will get sente twice. I think we covered it like half an hour ago. My memory's
yes,
getting a
yes,
little
yes.
dodgy, but I'm pretty sure that's what we said.
Right. Right. Yes. We were saying that.
So we can go back to that.
Yes. Was it this point?
Mm-hmm.
When white pushes here, when black pushes here, white could come here, and that would force black to come back, and white can leave.
Right, but he has to make this move, which
Yes,
is
it
okay.
has to.
Right.
And then black would come around here, and the game's much.
Much simpler
Yes.
for black.
Right. Right.
So even though we can save, that's not enough. We have to do something harder.
Yes.
So that's why white is looking.
Mm-hmm.
So white chose a different neck, I guess.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and that here. So I chose that one.
This one.
Yes. Oh, actually, there is black stone here.
Oh yeah, black after black turned because
Yes.
black decided to do that.
And then black still came over here. And as we saw, this one doesn't work.
Mhm.
So I came here instead. And then black came out, and then white blocked here.
Now for time, I think actually white has slightly more time on the clock than black does.
I see.
Black, I think, only has a few minutes left of his main time, maybe 5, and white had something on the order of 10 to 15 minutes.
I see.
When last we checked in on that box. He has 12.
I see.
No, 21. 21, not 12. Good.
And now black came out here. And the problem is that white can't block.
Can't hane, you mean? Or can't block in?
The only way to block would be this one. But there are 2 ways to escape.
What are they?
The first one is to exchange this one
Mm-hmm.
and then come over here.
Okay.
And then if white blocks, then there's this double attack here. Like this. Then black is out.
Right.
Another way is to, which is simpler, is to go out here.
Right. That does seem simpler.
Yes. And then white can try something like this for ko. But yeah,
Yes.
but black would just make Atari Hane.
Atari hane. What's simpler? Yeah. Looks easy.
Yes.
Yes.
So in the actual game, white came here,
Mm-hmm.
and then this one, and then black came here, and white would need to block, but then black can do that.
And we have the same problem with the double
Yes,
attack.
can't block here.
Right.
If white takes this one, then black can just go out.
Even if we capture,
Capture, black can connect.
and there's no shortage.
No,
Even though these are nice, it's not enough compensation for these.
right. Also, this group is safely outside.
Right, because it's on the outside.
Yes.
So this can live. This black doesn't need to worry about white making a territory because they're still be connected.
True. So when black came over here, white played this one.
Mm-hmm. Looks like it might be ko, or is there enough weakness behind?
Let's see. Black comes here. And cut here. Cut this one.
Looks like black is still okay.
It seems like maybe black needs to cut here now.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Then that might be bad news for black.
Not necessarily. At this point, black can cut it here
Mm-hmm.
and take this one. And then white can Tari here and take this one.
And we'll have another coat like that too.
And this one. Oh, wait. It seems like the white shape is very thin, but then I don't see a clear way to get out
Hmm.
for black. Maybe this one.
That's what was played.
Ah, okay.
And then white did push in.
And then this one.
If black captures, this ko would now become an issue. Huh?
Black captures. And if white connects here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I guess black can win the capturing race with this way.
Is white getting anywhere near enough compensation on the top?
I think so, but the problem would be that when black comes here, if white does that, black had 7, right?
Right.
So that means black can come back here.
Oh, it's not centered. And is there, so can white capture instead?
Yes, so I was wondering if white can come over here directly.
Right. Which is what happened. So we're right on track.
Black can come out. And do something like this.
Sharp.
But then eventually black needs to come here. Black can exchange this one.
So is it worth it for black to fight the ko? Or are all these moves not ko threats?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Yes. But because this one is not necessarily centered too, right?
I see.
I wonder if there was any better way for black to go out. So when black came over here, white did that. Maybe black should have come here first. That had to be answered.
Once that exchange is on the board.
And then come over here. Then this one doesn't work anymore.
Right.
This one doesn't work either.
Yep.
So white just comes like this, then it's out.
It's out.
Also at this point white could consider this one, but now without these exchanges, black can come here first. And then white might exchange this one and come up.
And in some of these variations, white is getting a lot of compensation for losing the group.
Yes.
In which ones is it enough? Like, is it possible we looked at a net here where white closed
Yes.
off this whole territory? But that might not be enough because this was white's already, or this was white's potential.
Right. So how much is enough is very difficult to answer because it depends on the ending result.
And on center.
Right, also on Sunday, yes.
Oh, gracious. Wow, we've had some choices.
Oh, okay, so...
So now we have an ending result. We can figure it out.
Yes.
Did white get enough?
We can figure it out. So eventually white...
Do you want to get the order?
Sure, yes. So this was the shape, and then black came here, and that,
And then here.
Cut over here,
A white capture.
white, yes, cut,
Cut there.
Yes, yes.
Excuse me.
and then came here, and took this
Black
one,
captures.
took this one. Did you see?
No, I didn't see. People are holding up signs for us to see in the background. We'll have to turn it around and see what they say.
Sure.
Sure.
And then did black come here?
Black plays here, that's right. So now when white takes this stone,
Yes.
black has to play these moves to win that capturing range. Right?
Yes, yes. So this was the ending result. So
Yes.
and then white came here.
Yeah, black had to play one more move, and then white exchanges this one for that move. And then comes in to invade the top.
Yes.
So with this result here, I guess getting this exchange is helpful to make this actually
Yes.
big enough.
Yes. I'm not sure if this was good enough for white.
May not be enough still.
So black came here. White needs to connect.
Right.
And this is Sente.
Sure.
So white needs to come here.
Mm-hmm.
And then black can leave here.
And since that lives,
This one's also Sente. And then come over here. So this group is 5, 10, 14, 16, so 32 and 33. Here we have about 15
mm-hmm.
and here we have about maybe 6,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
8. We can say 8 and maybe 10 because it's still thin. So 18 and 15 is 33 with 33 here, so 66.
66.
Yes.
It's going to be tough for white to make 66 points on this board.
Yes, exactly. So here, if white gets to come around to here, that will be about 30.
Mm-hmm.
But then this is only about 5 points and maybe about 15.
That only gets us to 50. 57. We're down by 10 points.
50 to 66.
Well, did you add Comey?
No.
Oh.
So, yeah,
Yes,
57.
57 to 66. Yeah, I'm thinking. Mm-hmm. But more problematically, white doesn't have a lot of places where he can get 10 more points.
True.
But there have been a few more moves. Yep, indeed those were Sente.
Yes. And black came here.
Yep. Probably to cross under better, or does white want to think of this as light, or does white have to save it?
This is Sente, so white can do that.
Mm-hmm.
And then black will need to come back because otherwise white would come in.
Well, that makes this a little bit better than here, right?
This is better, do you mean?
I mean, this is better for black, right?
Yes. I mean, I think I would have chosen this one, but this is also okay, I guess.
With this move here, does that mean that white has more options in the corner?
True, yes.
So what do you think is going to happen?
So this is Sente, so white has no hurry to exchange this one.
I see.
White just went into
Can
the
just go in.
corner. Yes.
Right.
And then black exchange this one, it's Sente.
Right?
So now black's going to answer the corner.
We didn't make this one first.
Yeah, because probably now black's not going to answer.
No, it's too small. Right. We discussed earlier in the
Yes.
broadcast the ways to enter this corner. So
Yes.
we're doing good.
Yes, you remember it.
Wow. Half an hour. Ask me tomorrow. We'll see how I do.
So that's the actual game.
This
over
is the
here.
actual game, right? Black only has 3 periods of Byoyomi left.
Yes.
Black only has 3 periods left, and white has 1 minute warning. So white is going to be in Byoyomi momentarily. They have 5 periods, 30 seconds each. Seems kind of quick.
Yes.
Yeah, for Byoyomi. What was your favorite time setting? If you had for tournaments, for a
unlimited.
series. Unlimited time? Oh man. Do you play any games by mail? You know, where you have correspondence games where you can take days to move?
No, I haven't tried. No.
Oh, you could do pen pal games.
Yes,
right? Yeah.
yes, I heard about those.
Okay, we'll start one after this game.
Yeah, sure.
Done deal. With unlimited time, I might have a chance.
Yeah.
Have a chance. All right. So white is still trying to make things complicated if he's 10 points behind, right?
True, yes.
So where can he make that up? he could get an attack going,
Actually, at this point,
and he still has to
black
come
could
back and make. Yeah.
black could do something like this one,
Mm.
and then just try to get center somehow, and
Mm.
then come over here. That would be
Right.
almost the end.
Right. White having 57 points was predicated on
Yes.
this being all White's territory.
True.
If it's not White's territory, he's not going to have 57 points.
No, right. So blacks exchanged these.
Maybe for time.
Also good endgame before white comes in.
Mm. Mm.
And this is not exchanged yet. If black doesn't do anything, white can try to close something like this one.
And then jump.
Yes. And then like this. This will become big.
Boom. But
But it's black's turn.
it's Black's turn.
Yes.
Ah, yes.
So black's going to try to get sente over here.
Okay. What do you think will happen?
White should hane here.
Oh, really?
And-
Before jumping.
Right. If white just jumps, then I think black will cut.
Mm-hmm.
And then white needs to hane here. Then black could even tenuki.
Just let him go.
Or very simple. Black could do this and
Force
that.
there and then come back.
And
in.
then here.
Yeah. Does look simple.
Right. White could hane here, and then if black blocks, then jump here.
And now, how does that change the sequence we just looked at?
Then after that, white has a better shape of capturing
Right.
the two stones
Got it.
like that.
This works better because now only one of these will be sente.
This one is not sente.
Right. That's only this one. will
Yeah,
be sente.
only. Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, I
Yes,
mean, yes, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry.
Ah, unfortunately, white jumped out directly. without
Okay,
making
so
that
white
happen.
just came over here and that.
Mm-hmm.
But now I think black could also think about some better options.
Mm-hmm.
But this will be very simple.
Right.
Sorry.
Simple, straightforward. Gives
Yes.
you sente to come back here and get the big point.
Yes.
So far, it's going down just as you said it would. How does it feel to see into the future? Can you tell me what stocks to buy next week?
By Google.
Google. That's a good advice. Neither of us are licensed financial professionals.
Yeah, I was just
None
joking.
of these are stock tips. That's right.
But if I were investors, I
Mhm.
think I would like to buy shares of the companies that I actually like.
Mm-hmm.
And then I use a lot of Google products.
Oh, yeah.
I use
Facebook
Amazon.
too, right?
Yeah, Facebook.
Facebook, sure.
Maybe Samsung.
Oh, yeah, Samsung. Samsung's a classic.
Anyway, so
Anyway,
black came here.
indeed going for these simple options. So white is doing this. He doesn't want black to get this sente move.
Right. And that's sente. So
Sente
that
too.
was good exchange.
Mm-hmm.
And now white needs to come back. But still black has the
Right. And once this happens, how much has white's territory changed down here? Previously you said this is about 30.
yes.
What can we say this is now?
Now let me see. 10, 15, 19, 21, maybe 25.
So maybe 25.
Yes.
And black's territory got 5
It
points
wa-
bigger?
I said 15 before, right?
Right.
Now it's more like 8, 10, 16, 21.
21.
Yes.
So 6 points bigger. I said 5.
Yes.
So close.
Yes, you are very close.
All right. 1 point's good enough for me. Yeah. So 6 points here, minus 9 points there,
Yes.
makes that a 15-point difference to get down here first.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wasn't it 10 points?
So this was around 30. Now it was 21.
25.
Oh, now it's 25.
Yes.
Oh, so you're okay. So 5 and 6 are 11 points.
Yes,
I see.
11 points. But in Sente.
In Sente.
Yes.
Which can't. That's pretty important too. Plus you
Yeah.
have this one too. which
True,
can-
yes.
Black's right. Okay. Well, it looks like we're closing in on the end. Do we want to take another break before we say the game's over? Or
Yes.
all right,
Let's
then we'll
take
see
a
you
break.
back in a little bit. Thanks, guys. All right, we're back.
Yes, we are back again.
All right, we've had some interesting moves right before the break.
So before this one, black
yeah.
Atari here because black wants to really come over here,
Mhm.
but then black can't leave here uncertain.
Oh, you mean white? Oh,
Black,
can't
black,
leave here
yes, yes.
uncertainly.
So black actually wanted to Atari here, and then if white answers, does that, and then when white answers, black wanted to come here.
Sure.
That was the plan. But when black Atari'd here,
Right.
first white exchanged this one,
Uh-huh.
so that black cannot come here in center.
And this is also Sente. If you
Yes.
could come back. Yeah.
This is too big. Although right here it doesn't work, but
Mhm.
white's extension is
Is
Sente.
Sente, right? And that is much larger than the other.
Yes. So black had to answer,
Mm-hmm.
and then white came here, which is also Sente.
Right. What is white aiming at if black doesn't?
If black doesn't answer, white would attach,
Uh-huh.
and then connect to the first line,
Got it.
and then this group is now live,
Gonna die.
right?
Right.
So black had to answer, and then white exchanged this. I think this was partially the countdown and partially endgame.
Mm-hmm. It might make sure that there's some better follow-ups.
Yes. And then after this, white came here. And
Wow.
this is much bigger than this one, of course.
Of course.
Yes.
But it's Sente. The one
Yes.
black takes, right?
Right. But this is very big also.
Right. White can't ignore it.
So white had to answer.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then black exchanged this one. Good endgame.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then white came.
Black came here.
Black came here,
Right.
yes.
And now this is a little bit of a delicate
Yes.
situation, right?
Yes.
At this point,
And here black came this one.
right?
It's
Yes.
ready.
Then, no, first
After
black
yes.
attaches here.
But this was really good. If white answers here, then
Mhm.
black has this attach.
Right, so white can't answer that.
Right. With this one, black would be able to come down, and then white can't cut.
Can't. Oh, so
Very
sad.
annoying, yes.
Having black come all the way in, it's game over.
Yes. Right. So white couldn't connect. White came here, and then black exchanged this one.
Because now this Aji is not going to be here anymore, so
Right,
we might as well
yes.
make the exchange.
Mhm. And then came here. I think black also thought about cutting here, but then there was this one.
And now we kind of
Yes.
have a squeeze
Right.
going on, maybe.
Still white has 4 liberties, so black needs to be careful.
Mhm.
So black came here, and then white on it, and then black just captured this one stone.
Right.
And this is probably sente because there is this cut.
Ah. And if there's this cut, white has to go this way.
Yes, if white doesn't answer, we can check. So we have that.
White would have to jump now.
Yes. Actually, this
Pushes
one
him?
also works because white has 5 liberties and black has also 5.
Ah.
So there are some squeezes, but white could penetrate.
It would be a
if there-
squeeze.
Yes, yes. So it wasn't exactly sente.
So
then-
before coming back here, white connected
Oh, okay.
because I assume this is very
Big,
there's
yes.
very big.
Yes.
So and then white jumps here.
That's also sente.
Sente. But black answers by cutting.
Yes. Eventually, black will need to come back.
Come back.
But these are all sente moves, and this is also sente.
Right. So these are the sente exchanges that they're making.
Yes. And this one. And then after that, black had to come back. If black doesn't answer, this is really big.
Wow.
Right here.
So it's sort of a reverse monkey jump, where you're jumping up
Yes.
rather than jumping down.
Yes, still connected. So black needed to come back, and then white did that.
Looking for this as a squeeze. Or
That's
looking for.
that's an endgame move. And sente. Because if black doesn't answer, white can hane here. And then if black answers here, then white would do this.
Oh.
If black answers from this way, then still white can do this one and that. And yes, it
Game reveal.
yes, game is over. So black answers. And now I think we can count.
Okay.
See who is ahead.
Why don't we do that?
So now it's white's turn.
Right.
We can assume that white would come over here,
Okay.
and then we will see. So here we had about 33 points before,
Right.
and then this is 7 points. So together it's 40.
40.
Very simple.
Okay.
And then this is 11 points.
51.
10, 11, yes. And then there is this 2 and 3. So 14. So 54.
54.
And then here we have 10, 13, 15, 16.
16.
Yes.
Okay. So 54 and 16 is 70 points.
Okay, 70 points. White has 15 and 17 and 25, 28, and maybe 31.
So 31,
And that is 7.
7, 38,
And that is about 5.
42, 43.
Yeah, I'm lost in mathematics, so I
Okay.
rely on you.
Oh, right.
8, 10, 15, 19, 20,
Okay.
about 20.
Wow. 20 and 43 makes 63.
So it's very close.
Plus 7 makes 70. So this is a close game.
Yes.
When did that happen?
So I think it happened when.
How does Barkley do this this happened last time. We're like, hey, hang on. I
But
thought
it's
he was
black's
behind.
turn.
Oh.
It's black's turn.
Well, after
And
after
then
this.
yes, and then yes.
We assume that white plays there.
I counted with this white stone.
If white doesn't play there.
Also, I may have given white too many points here because I just realized that
Oh, that squeeze is good for
yes.
like 5 points, right?
yes. Also, even if it's not a squeeze, black has this one which I didn't see when I counted.
So that's another.
Yes. So with this one, let's see, 8, 10, 15, 21, 24, 30.
30, not 31. You counted 31 the
Yeah.
first time. So there's 1 point
Right.
difference.
Okay, only one.
Still a close game.
Alright, alright. So that's 30.
Mhm.
And then White did this one. It was very interesting. After this, do you know what happens if black cuts here?
Looks like white can make a shortage of liberties and get this incentive.
Yes, this is Sente.
Right.
It's really big.
Which would be really big.
Yes.
So black is resisting that.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But that gives white something on the other side.
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
Mhm.
Actually, white could get this even without this exchange.
Sure.
So at this point, it's probably like that.
And it's basically equivalent.
Mm-hmm.
So white didn't lose anything?
Black didn't lose anything.
And neither did white?
No.
No.
No,
Both
no.
sides. Neither side lost.
Black could also get this one in Sente.
You mean white? White.
Yeah, white. Yes.
Oh, right. Because now.
yeah,
here,
because now there is this one. But then black would answer this way.
you get more points, and you don't get
Right.
enough here for that to
Yes.
be worthwhile.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So that wasn't a big deal. And white came here and that. It's a similar one as this one.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was Sente. Oh yes, it's not exchanged yet.
So why did black have to come back here after
because
this exchange?
4.
Oh, because
liberties.
it's only 4 liberties.
Yes, because this one was
Because
Sente.
this was a liberty on the race.
Yes.
Oh, so then is this Atari a mistake?
No, it's not. At this point, black still wants to come out,
Right.
even if there is a white stone here in Sente.
I see. So once he's done this in Sente, he'll have to come back. That's
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
White then plays here,
Mhm.
really pushing for territory here.
Yes. And then black comes here.
And now black comes out. Maybe this is a time move, or are we just
Yeah,
ensuring
probably the Biromi, and later on the
there's the other
Yes.
advantage?
okay here. And now there are not many big places left.
Do we want to count again?
Maybe after this.
After this.
Yes.
Okay.
It seems like black was a little bit too soft.
Too soft.
After capturing this one.
Maybe thought he was farther ahead than he was.
Like when white came here,
Hmm.
black should have tried harder to get Sente.
He didn't
And
end up
come
getting
here.
He didn't get into this. End up getting here first.
Right,
That's
right.
Well, this was really big. He didn't get to here first.
Yes, yes.
What about in here? Was there any loss of points in here, or because it seemed like white getting to jump here was
Yes.
fairly long.
Maybe there was also some way to do better. This is probably Sente. And that.
So could we really have a half-point game here? That seemed very close when we both got to 70.
Yes.
That was
I
a
wonder
bit of a
if black
surprise.
wants to,
Co.
do the core or not.
White will have some co-threats with the dead group. We Q players have a phrase. We say, dead groups win co's. So once you've lost a group, then hey, you can win the co. That's great.
Yes.
Luckily, as a Don player, I don't think that way. Our camera operator is indicating that he too still thinks that way.
It seems like this was mistake, by the way.
This one?
Yes.
Because the throw-in could
Because
make
yes.
you would
Because
wanna
this
say
would have
yes.
been better. The black's making some endgame mistakes.
Uh-oh. This is a bad time to do that.
Okay, black decided to just get this one. And came over here.
Wow. Well, this would make this go even larger now if black wants to fight it.
Right, but it seems like black's not interested.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, this was really good timing. Because I was thinking that black would do this
Mhm.
and that. But then there is this cut.
Right. So this is just
Because
perfectly
black
timed.
exchanged all these. Without
wait,
this
wait.
exchange,
Uh-huh.
for example, there is no white stones here.
Uh-huh.
Then if white tries this one, you will see. Black will throw in.
Oh my
and then
gosh.
throw in.
Oh my gosh. So these
And
stones
then
over
black
here. Yeah.
And then now it doesn't work for white. So
Right.
black could totally do that.
Right.
But now there are two
Now that
white stones
now
here.
that black has made this exchange.
Yes, now white can just Atari and block here.
Wow.
So there is this cut.
So this cut will work. Wow, that's disgusting.
So instead of doing that, black had to come back here.
Mm-hmm. That's some sharp reading.
Yes.
So that means that later white can look forward to maybe getting this or
Yes.
blocking.
I
Or
mean,
even just
like
white gets sente.
Right.
Right.
Without that thing, black could have a territory something like this.
Right.
But there's already this stone.
Right. White blocks here.
That's quite big.
How big is it? I have to ask you the question.
Yes, yes. So with this one, it by itself it's about 4 points. But then it's 4 plus because when black comes in here, there is also the possibility of coming in,
Which will
and then
force
white
to
has
connect.
to connect, and then black can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say probably about 5.
About 5.
Yes.
And then black pushes in.
And it seems like this is the timing for
Mm.
that. Should be something.
Got it. So,
And let's say white comes here. Oh, like exchange this one first. This should be something.
do we want to count?
Yes,
Okay.
I was going to do that very soon. Did that.
So this is bigger than that?
Yes, of
Gotta
course.
get it first.
Yes. So now, by the way, it was 34. I was counting wrong. It's a 33 because
Okay.
I didn't count this one.
So that's one more for black. And we had one less
that's
for white.
7.
So now black's had 2 points.
Yeah. So it's actually 41 together.
Okay.
And then here is about 4, 7, and 15. So 15, so 56.
56.
56. And that is 6, 10, 15, 17.
17. 56
No.
and 17.
Yes, counting the captured stone.
56. 17 is 60, 73.
73, yes.
73.
73. And this one was 30, right? And that one is 7, so 37. And then here, if black gets to do that, then it's 6 and 10, 18, 19.
So this is 19.
Yes,
This was 30.
30 and 7.
So,
And this is 19,
mhm.
and this is 7.
So that's 14. 14, 44, and 19 makes 63. Black looks like he's ahead 3 points. I think.
Yes,
I
it
hate
seems.
doing math on camera. It's just a bad idea. It's a bad idea.
And it would be really funny if
If-
white wins.
If white wins, oh man, oh man. We did have some of those problems.
Yes.
Yes.
But anyway, oh, this is big.
How big is it?
So we will see.
Okay.
So if black gets to do that,
Mhm.
then it's 3.
Mhm.
And there's just 2.
Mhm.
So 5. 5 and 1/3.
5 1/3. Oh my gosh. Are you
Does
guys?
that make sense?
No, it makes sense to me, but are they ready for fractional endgames? I don't know if they are. Let's just say it's slightly more than 5 points.
Yes.
How about that?
So I'll tell you how that came by.
Oh, okay.
When there's this white stone over here,
Mhm, mhm.
if black gets to play here, then there's no point.
Okay. it's
White's
pointless.
taking here is 1/3
Okay.
because he needs another move to make close this core, and then black needs 2 more
Right.
moves.
So that's 1/3.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
so
where the 3
heading
comes
this
from.
shape is 1/3 for white.
Okay. Got it.
And then, other than that, when black comes here, there are 2 points.
Mm-hmm.
And then, when white comes here, there are 3 points. Because we count it like this when
Right.
it's both
We
for
just go
gote.
straight to the edge,
Yes,
right? When
yes.
it's gote for both.
Yes. So 3 and 2.
Ah, but it
Plus-
isn't gote for both when black is here, right?
when black is here, we imagine that black will do that
play that
because
one
it's
then.
only center for this.
Right. Got it. So you have 3 points here. You have 2 points there. Makes 5. Plus the ko,
Yes.
a third.
Yes.
Makes sense to me.
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody out there? 5 and a third. All right. Oh,
So-
we missed a bunch. Sorry.
All right. So when black came here, it's 5 and 3rd if white plays somewhere else.
Hmm.
But on the board at the moment there was no other big place.
Right.
So white came here,
Right.
and that's why this was big because black did that in center.
Right. So black got that move as a sente exchange.
Yes. And then black did this one.
Black pushed up here first.
Oops. Okay.
This is similar.
Yes.
Taking the sentes.
Yes.
Yep. And now how many?
Yes. And that.
Hmm.
And that. And there was this one.
did that
Exchange it. Before white exchanged this.
Oh, that's right. Before white
yes,
goes
yes.
here.
And
Yes.
then white came here. I think it's, according to my count, it's safe to say black won.
Oops. Safe to say black one?
Yes.
Would you like to end the commentary? That's dangerous.
And then what happens if I say black won and then we finish and then white wins? Is
I
it
think
okay?
we all have a good laugh and drink a beer. What do you think?
Okay, that sounds good.
All right, this sounds really good to you.
Yes,
all right,
yes.
well, we're going to end the commentary then.
Yes.
Hopefully, you've enjoyed this broadcast.
I
Remember
would
to stay
say
tuned, Obi.
yes. For the moment,
Yeah, yeah.
black's winning,
For the moment, black is winning.
but slightly, maybe about I would say 1.5 points.
1.5 points.
Yes.
There's your prediction.
Yes.
All right, don't tell Las Vegas. All right. Good night, everybody.
right.
We'll see you tonight. Tonight at 7 o'clock will be the next round of the U.S. Masters. And then in between now and then, we're going to do... Wait, what? Hang on. Am I getting word? Is the game ended? We are getting word that the game has ended. White has resigned after black cuts right here.
Okay.
So,
Phew.
phew. So
There's no surprise.
there's no surprise, but it's not 1.5 points either. So,
But white knew and then white resigned, so.
So.
All right.
So this afternoon at 2 o'clock, there will be interviews with the top 4 players in the U.S. Open Masters. So probably Mark Lee, Tim
Tong
Song, Tong Yulun, and Cha Yo-Yun are probably, I haven't seen the results yet,
I see.
but it'll be whoever the top 4 players are. We'll have interviews with them from 2 to 5 p.m. And then at 7 p.m. tonight is the next round of the Masters. And then the last round is tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. So thank you all for joining us. Hope we'll see you this afternoon. And if not, definitely hope we'll see you this evening. Thanks again for joining me, Hajin.
Thank you.
Your commentators are great. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for watching.
Bye-bye. Oh, that was your line.